What's up, guys? My name is SUBCHVRGE. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down my recharge of Spanish Moss by Of the Trees. This one was a bunch of fun to write. I had a blast getting the sound design just perfectly dialed into where I wanted it. So come along. Let's hop into the project file and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so if you have not heard the recharge quite yet, this is what it sounds like.
Break it down.
Yeah, really like this one. This is a fun one. All right, so let's hop into the project file. So initially this stuff up here was kind of just left on its own. I didn't really do anything with it, and then just kind of like cut everything out or like lowered the volume and then added my basses on top of it. But the more I tweaked with the project, the more I added little tiny things here and there. So this is the original right here. And what I ended up doing was adding some auto chopper and a little bit of, a lot of EQ, cutting out a ton of low end, and then more EQ. And then taking one section, like a little melodic E section, and then kind of just like repeating it for the drop. Yeah, doing that. And then, so that's pretty much what I did throughout the entire drop. And then added some like little pitch shifts and different aspects of the drop, the original drop in between sections like that's where you have little variations, like stuff like that, as opposed to just across the board. This one right here, the original song just kind of like laid out like that. A lot of auto chopper and then hard curve, and then I just absolutely completely butcher the highs and lows. Well, not butcher, but like take them all out. Like we're sitting at like, what is this, 230 to 4K. Pretty much everything on the outsides of that low and high is being cut out, and then kind of raised up a little bit here with a little bit of a shelf EQ. But yeah, the original song is just being super heavily filtered right there. And then we hop down into the effects first. Basically, I snagged the effects from one of my song's triggers right here. Essentially just ripped the effects from that song. Yep. Easy, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know what I mean? And then another song that I wrote, Temple of the Blue Moon, which is a little bit of an older one. Grab the stems and chimes and effects from that one as well. And then I have a regular riser down here from Ivory's sample pack. Kind of blippy and bloopy and glitchy and yeah, cool. So all that. Very simple. And then this drum loop right here, again, this was from like an old project file. I was just making like boom bap type drum loops in another session, and I decided to snag one of those, and it worked out pretty well. Yeah, very simple. And let's get to the big meaty boy right here, the meat and potatoes. So this was from a D&B preset pack that I found called Serum 2 Mutated D&B. I don't think, I was about to say, I don't think this is the initial wavetable. I replaced the wavetable and then started messing with the knobs down here. Messed with the effects a little bit as well. Not too much, but there's just some minor tweaking that I did to make the song fit better, or make the sound fit better to the song, in my opinion. But yeah, there's a little bit of automation here too. Basically just like rate automation. So down here is like the simple quarter notes, and then you get up here and that's like eighth notes. And and for the drop, kind of keeps that same rhythm going. And then you get to the B section of the drop, and you also have that same idea, but I decided to implement triplets in there because the song generally has like a little bit of a swing. The triplets that I implemented in the bass structure really work. So yeah, so that's basically it. It's not very, again, not very complex in any way, but a lot of these recharges I do aren't complex in the slightest. I just take like a vocal that I really like or a song that I really like, usually just add kind of my own bass line under it, filter some stuff out, add some drums, some effects, and there you have it. Yeah, really simple, fun one to make. I really love how this bass turned out. It's so nice and heavy. There's a lot of processing on it that I didn't quite cover. Let's cover it, yeah. So a little bit of volume ducking with a utility for volume automation, and essentially just acting like a side chain. If I brought this all the way down, it kind of cut too much of the bass out, and it wasn't really cohesive. It was kind of just like stuttering and pushing back up. So I played with it a little bit and got it to about, yeah, negative 13.6 decibels. And that gave it a very nice ducking effect, but without acting like, you know, oh no, the sound's completely gone. And it still made the drums hit really nice and clean. So Kick Tight is on here. Kick Tight, if you don't know, is a Corpus preset in Ableton 11. I don't know if it's in 12 because I haven't upgraded yet, but it is in 11. And I have it set to about 40%. Essentially, it's really nice at adding clean low end to your sound. To the best of my limited Corpus knowledge, it like rounds out whatever your wavetable whatever your sound that the sound that you're applying it to, it kind of rounds out the low end of it and kind of like rounds out the waveform as a whole. Again, I haven't done like actual testing on that. I just know what it does, and I know that it works really well in some instances. A saturator right here on hard curve, about halfway through, no extra drive or anything, just like a little bit of a hard curve saturator on there, and then adding some white noise, some erosion. Amazing. I mean, typical, go-to. If it works, it works. We have some clipping right here. This, I believe, oh, I do have a little bit of gain on here as well, actually. All right, cool. A little bit of gain, like 1 decibel of gain clipping, and then I have a washout rack, but it's only for the intro. Some more erosion, a little bit of EQ right here, and then a regular schmegular old clipper at the end of all of it. And presto, that's how you do it. Yeah. Cool. Nice and easy. Alright, man, thanks for checking the video out, guys. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to listen to the full thing, you can listen to it down below. There is a link in the description to the full song, and if you'd like to follow me on quite literally anything else, it's all at SUBCHVRGE, and the A is a V. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and I will see you next time. Later.